Welcome to my channel. Tonight, we begin a journey through one of the most profound stories in the history of our world. A story of two different species finding a common path in the silence of the wilderness, where knowledge meets stillness. As you prepare for rest, let your mind drift back in time, back to a world where the air was crisp and the nights were vast and untouched. Long ago, tens of thousands of years before the rise of great cities, the earth was a different place. It was a time of ice and starlight. Our ancestors sat around flickering fires, seeking warmth and safety against the vast unknown. And there, just beyond the reach of the firelight, eyes were watching. These were the ancestors of the dogs we know today, the wolves of the ancient world. They were creatures of the shadows, masters of the hunt and the cold. But within some of these wolves, a spark of curiosity began to outweigh the instinct of fear. Perhaps it was the scent of roasting meat carried on the wind, or perhaps it was a deeper pull toward the warmth of a communal hearth. Slow steps were taken, a cautious approach made over many generations. This was not a conquest, but a gentle convergence, an unspoken agreement between two hunters who realized they were better together than they were alone. Imagine the first time a human hand reached out, not with a weapon, but with a piece of food. Imagine the first time a wolf did not growl, but tilted its head in wonder. In that moment, the path of evolution changed forever. The fierce protector of the forest became the guardian of the camp, the wild hunter became the silent companion. The biological transformation was as remarkable as the emotional one. As these wolves lived closer to humans, their features began to soften. Their ears became more expressive, their coats varied in color, and most importantly, their hearts began to beat in sync with ours. This process, which we call domestication, was a masterpiece of nature. It was a slow dance of trust that lasted thousands of years. Scientific evidence suggests that this bond may be as old as 40,000 years. This means that dogs have been by our side through the most formative eras of human existence. They watched us learn to farm, they traveled with us across frozen continents, they stood watch while we slept in caves and later in huts. They are not just pets, they are the oldest witnesses to our journey as a species. Think about the quiet presence of a dog, how they seem to understand our moods without a single word being spoken. This is because they have spent millennia studying us. They have learned to read the subtle movements of our faces and the tone of our voices. They are masters of empathy, wired by history to offer comfort and companionship. As you lie here now, feel the weight of this ancient history. It is a history of friendship that transcends language. It is a reminder that even in the wildest parts of the world, there is a capacity for connection. The wolf did not lose its spirit, it simply found a new way to belong, and in doing so, it helped us find our way too. The campfire of our ancestors may have gone out long ago, but the warmth of that first connection remains. It lives on in every tail wag, every gentle sigh, and every loyal gaze from a modern dog. They carry the legacy of the Ice Age in their souls, yet they fit perfectly into our modern lives. As we move through this series, we will explore the science of their senses, the magic of their minds, and the depth of their love. But for now, just reflect on the miracle of that first step toward the fire. The courage it took for a wild animal to trust a human, and the kindness it took for a human to welcome the wild. You are safe now, surrounded by the echoes of this timeless bond. Let the image of a calm, sleeping companion fill your mind with peace. There is no need for words tonight, only the steady rhythm of breath and the stillness of the night. Your body is becoming heavier, sinking into the soft embrace of your bed, just as those first dogs curled up in the safety of a human camp. The world outside is quiet, the stars are watching over you, just as they watched over the first shared nights between man and dog. The journey of the wolf to the hearth is a journey toward home, and you are home now. In a place of total tranquility. Feel the relaxation flowing from your head to your toes, like a gentle wave on a calm shore. Every muscle is releasing its tension, every thought is drifting away like wood smoke in the night air. As you prepare for the next chapter of our story, carry this feeling of safety with you. The bond is ancient, the trust is deep, and the night is long and beautiful. Let the rhythm of this ancient story lull you into a state of pure rest. The forest is quiet now, the hearth is warm, and you are exactly where you need to be, in the heart of stillness. Breathe in the peace of the ages, and breathe out any lingering worries. Your mind is a calm lake, reflecting the moonlight, smooth and undisturbed. As the light fades and the shadows grow long, remember that you are never truly alone. We are part of a long lineage of connection and care. Now, let the silence take over, let the quiet strength of the ancient wolf and the gentle spirit of the dog guide you into your dreams. The path is clear, the journey for today is complete. In the next part of our exploration, we will look closer at the soft touch of evolution, but that is for another time. Right now, there is only the present moment, and the deep, restorative power of sleep. Allow your consciousness to drift further and further into the quiet dark, where the secrets of nature are kept in the whispers of the wind. Rest now, find comfort in the memory of this ancient friendship, let it be a blanket of warmth for your soul. Peace is here, stillness is here. The ancient bond remains, and so do you, in the perfect quiet of the night. As the echoes of that first meeting by the ancient fire still linger in our minds, we now begin to drift deeper into the biological mystery of this bond. This silent partnership, spanning thousands of years, did not just create a friendship, it changed the very fabric of nature itself. How did the sharp, wild gaze of a predator soften into the gentle eyes of a loyal friend? Tonight, we listen to the story of evolution's most tender and miraculous touch. The journey of domestication. Domestication was not merely a process of getting used to humans. It was a silent code being written into the very DNA of the dog. As those early wolves lived closer to our ancestors, a strange and beautiful transformation began to take place. Nature started to smooth away the rough edges of the wild. While the ears of the wolf remained sharp and upright to catch every distant sound of prey, the ears of the dog began to soften. They started to fold and flop, a physical sign of a heart that no longer felt the constant need for high alert. Their coats began to change too, blooming into a variety of colors and patterns that would never survive in the deep forest. Patches of white, spots of brown, and soft waves of fur appeared like a visual map of their new life with us. Scientists often call this the domestication syndrome, but we can think of it as the physical form of peace. As the levels of stress hormones like cortisol dropped within their bodies, the physical markers of aggression faded away. Their snouts became shorter, their teeth smaller, and their overall expressions became more rounded and inviting. Perhaps the most magical part of this evolution happened in their eyes. Dogs developed a tiny muscle above their eyes that wolves do not have. A muscle that allows them to raise their inner eyebrows, giving them those soulful, expressive looks that melt our hearts. This was evolution's way of creating a bridge between two different worlds, a way for a dog to say everything without making a single sound. When they look at us, they are using a biological tool designed specifically to trigger our own nurturing instincts. Within their brains, another miracle was unfolding. Dogs became masters of human social cues. They are among the only animals in the world that can understand the meaning of a human finger pointing towards something. Even our closest primate relatives struggle with this, yet a dog understands it instinctively. They learn to track our gaze, to sense our emotions, and to mirror our calm or our excitement. Their survival no longer depended solely on the hunt, but on the depth of their connection to us. Think of the patience of nature, how it slowly carved these changes over hundreds of generations. Each puppy born closer to the hearth was a little more attuned to the human voice, a little more comfortable with the human touch. This was a mutual evolution. As they changed for us, we also changed for them. We learned to trust the animal at our feet, and in doing so, we became more observant, more empathetic, and perhaps a little more at peace with the natural world. As you listen to these words, feel the same slow and steady pace of evolution working within your own body. Just as the wild wolf found rest in the safety of the camp, let your muscles find rest in the safety of this moment. There is no need for the high alert of the day, no need for the sharp edges of worry. Evolution took thousands of years to create this peace, and you can feel it now in every breath you take. Imagine a world where the wild becomes gentle, where the forest meets the home. This is the space where the dog lives. They carry the strength of their ancestors but choose to use it for companionship. They carry the keen senses of the wilderness but use them to stay close to our side. It is a beautiful balance of power and tenderness. Every cell in a dog's body is a testament to this journey. From the wag of a tail, which became a complex language of emotion, to the way they curl up in a circle to keep their vital organs warm, just as they did in the snow long ago. These behaviors are ancient echoes, softened by the passage of time and the warmth of human friendship. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. This is the lesson of the dog's journey. The transformation from wolf to friend was not forced, it grew naturally out of a shared need for belonging. It reminds us that growth and change are most beautiful when they happen through trust and kindness. Let your thoughts drift like a leaf on a calm river, moving slowly through the history of this transformation. Feel the softness of the fur in your imagination, the steady, rhythmic beat of a heart that knows it is home. The world outside may be vast and complex, but the bond between species is simple and pure. You are part of this natural rhythm. Your body knows how to settle, your mind knows how to let go. As you sink deeper into the stillness, think of the millions of dogs throughout history who have slept peacefully by a human's side. You are sharing in that same timeless tranquility tonight. The soft touch of evolution is still at work, teaching us how to be present, how to be loyal, and how to find joy in the simplest of things. A touch, a glance, a shared breath in the dark. These are the gifts of domestication. Your eyes are heavy now, weighted by the peaceful history of 10,000 years. The story of the dog is a story of coming home, and as you drift further into the quiet, you are coming home to your own inner peace. The journey from the wild forest to the warm hearth is complete. The transformation is whole. As you prepare for the next part of our journey, carry this sense of gentle change with you. Know that nature is always moving toward a state of balance and harmony, and you are in harmony right now. Breathe in the quiet strength of the ancient past, breathe out the busy thoughts of the present. The night is a vast, soft blanket, wrapping you in the same safety that the first dogs felt by the fire. Rest in the knowledge of this miraculous journey, let it soothe your spirit and calm your heart. The world is quiet, the evolution of this night is leading you toward deep, restorative sleep. Peace is within you, stillness is all around you. Sleep in the soft embrace of nature's most beautiful story. As the echoes of evolution's gentle touch settle into the quiet of the night, we find ourselves drifting toward a different kind of memory, a memory held in the stones of ancient temples and the whispers of long-lost languages. As humans began to build the first great civilizations, the dog did not remain a mere hunter or a guardian of the camp. They ascended into the realm of the divine, becoming messengers, healers, and sacred guides for the soul. Tonight, we travel through the golden sands of Egypt and the marble halls of Greece to discover the sacred roles dogs played in the ancient world. In the heart of ancient Egypt, where the Nile flows like a ribbon of life through the desert, the dog was seen as a bridge between worlds. The most famous of these was Anubis, the jackal-headed god who watched over the gates of the afterlife. But beyond the gods, the common dog was held in high transition. They were more than companions, they were protectors of the spirit. When a beloved dog passed away, entire families would shave their eyebrows as a sign of deep mourning, such was the respect for their loyalty. Many dogs were carefully mummified and placed in the tombs of their owners, ensuring that even in the eternal journey beyond this life, the master would never walk alone. Imagine the quiet of a tomb, where a small dog lies in eternal rest, a symbol of a bond that death could not sever. Farther east, in the cradle of civilization known as Mesopotamia, the dog was a symbol of health and restoration. The great healing goddess Gula was rarely seen without her canine companion at her side. It was believed that the lick of a dog had the power to cure wounds and banish illness. People would offer small clay figurines of dogs to the goddess, hoping for her blessing and the protection of her faithful animals. Even then, thousands of years ago, we recognize that there is a unique kind of comfort in the presence of a dog, a comfort that heals the mind as much as the body. In the rugged mountains and sun-drenched islands of ancient Greece, the dog took on a dual nature. There was Cerberus, the three-headed hound who stood watch at the entrance of the underworld, ensuring that the boundary between the living and the dead remained secure. Yet, on the streets of Athens and in the homes of philosophers, dogs were seen as symbols of honesty and simplicity. The philosopher Diogenes even called himself a dog, admiring their ability to live truthfully and without pretense. They were praised in the great epics, like Argus, the faithful dog of Odysseus, who was the only one to recognize his master after 20 years of war and wandering. Argus waited just long enough to see his friend one last time before finding his final peace, a testament to a loyalty that outlasts time itself. Across the vast oceans, in the civilizations of the Americas, the Maya, and the Aztecs believed that dogs were the only creatures capable of seeing the path through the shadows of the spirit world. They were the guides who helped souls cross the deep rivers of the afterlife. To these ancient peoples, the dog was a light in the darkness, a steady companion when the way was uncertain. As you listen to these stories of old, feel the weight of this reverence settling over you like a soft velvet cloak. For thousands of years, across every continent, humans have looked into the eyes of dogs and seen something sacred. They have seen a purity of spirit that we often strive for ourselves. They have seen a love that does not judge and a protection that does not waver. Think of the silence of those ancient temples. The scent of incense and the cool touch of stone, and imagine a dog lying peacefully in the shadows, watching over the sacred flame. They have always been our guardians, not just of our homes, but of our peace of mind. In the quiet of the night, you can almost hear the soft padding of paws on ancient floors, a sound that has brought comfort to kings and commoners alike for ages. Your body is sinking deeper now, finding its own sacred space of rest. Just as the ancient Greeks found solace in the presence of their hounds, you can find solace in the stillness that surrounds you. The legends of the past are not just stories, they are reflections of a truth that we still feel today, the truth that we are better when we have a loyal friend by our side. The world outside is moving through its own cycle of time, but here, in the heart of the night, time stands still. You are connected to all those who came before you. All those who found peace in the company of an animal. The stars that look down on you tonight are the same stars that guided the ancient travelers and their faithful dogs across the deserts and the seas. Breathe in the wisdom of the ages, breathe out the noise of the modern world. There is a sacredness in this silence, a quiet dignity in the act of resting. Like a dog curled at the foot of an ancient altar, you are safe, you are protected. And you are at peace. The gods of old may have faded into history, but the spirit of the dog remains unchanged. It is a spirit of absolute presence, of being entirely in the here and now. Let your mind follow their example. Let go of the past, release the future, and simply be here, in the soft embrace of the shadows. Every breath you take is a prayer of gratitude for the stillness. Every muscle that relaxes is a tribute to the comfort of the night. The ancient world knew the value of the dog's soul, and tonight, you can feel that same value within your own heart. The journey through the halls of history has brought us back to this moment, back to the warmth of your own bed and the rhythmic pulse of your own breath. The sacred protectors of the past are still with us, in spirit and in truth, guiding us toward the shores of sleep. Allow your consciousness to drift like smoke from a temple fire, rising slowly and disappearing into the vast, dark sky. There is nothing more you need to do, nothing more you need to know. The stories are told, the history is written, and the night is yours. As you prepare for the next part of our exploration, carry the strength of these ancient guardians with you. Feel their steady presence as a shield against any worry. They are the watchers in the dark, and they bring only peace. Rest now in the deep valley of sleep, where the secrets of the ancients are kept in silence, where the dog and the human walk together in the land of dreams. Peace is the legacy of the past, stillness is the gift of the present. The sacred path is open, and it leads to rest. As the stories of ancient temples and sacred guardians fade into the soft velvet of the night, we turn our gaze inward, toward the very essence of what makes this bond feel so real and so deep. It is not just a feeling of the heart, but a miracle of the mind, a symphony of molecules dancing through our veins. Tonight, we explore the invisible threads of loyalty, the chemistry of love, and how a tiny molecule called oxytocin weaves two different species into a single heartbeat. Imagine for a moment that you are sitting quietly with a dog, perhaps they are resting their head on your knee, or perhaps you are simply looking into their warm, amber eyes. In that simple act of connection, something extraordinary is happening beneath the surface. Inside your brain, a quiet firework display begins. The hypothalamus starts to release oxytocin, often called the cuddle hormone or the molecule of trust, and the most beautiful part is that the same thing is happening inside the dog's brain at the exact same time. This is what scientists call a positive feedback loop, a biological mirror where love reflects love. When we look at a dog with affection, their oxytocin levels rise, which makes them feel more attached to us. And as they show that attachment through a soft gaze or a gentle nudge, our own oxytocin levels climb even higher. It is a rhythmic pulse of biology that has been perfected over thousands of years of living together. Oxytocin is a powerful force for peace. Its presence in your body acts like a gentle hand slowing down a racing engine. As it flows through you, your heart rate begins to find a steady, calm rhythm. Your blood pressure drops, and the muscles in your shoulders and neck begin to lose their tension. The stress hormone known as cortisol, which keeps us alert and anxious during the day, begins to fade away in the presence of this chemical love. It is as if the dog's very existence is a biological medicine for the human soul. Think of how remarkable this is in the natural world. It is very rare for two different species to share such a specific and synchronized hormonal response. It tells us that we didn't just domesticate dogs to work for us or to guard our camps, we evolved to love each other. Our bodies have learned to recognize the presence of a dog as a signal of safety and belonging. As you lie there now, feel this chemistry at work within your own cells. You don't need a dog physically present to feel the effects of this ancient bond. Just the memory of a soft coat, the warmth of a sleeping body, or the steady sound of a contented sigh can trigger these same pathways of peace. Your brain knows the language of this friendship, and it is a language that speaks of absolute security. Scientific studies have shown that even a few minutes of petting a dog can significantly change our internal chemistry. It releases dopamine, the chemical of reward and pleasure, and serotonin, the regulator of mood and sleep. This is why being around dogs feels like coming home. They are living anchors that pull us back from the storms of our thoughts and into the quiet harbor of the present moment. Dogs are master chemists of the spirit. They don't need words to change how we feel. They do it through their presence, their scent, and the unwavering steady gaze that says, "You are enough." In their eyes, we see a reflection of ourselves that is free from judgment, and that recognition allows our biological defenses to finally drop. Consider the silence of your own breathing now, slow and deep, mimicking the way a dog breathes when it is tucked away in a safe corner. There is a profound healing in this shared rhythm. When we synchronize our breath with the natural world, we tap into a source of energy that is both ancient and restorative. The biological bond between us is so strong that it even affects how we process pain and loneliness. The presence of a dog can act as a natural buffer against the world, providing a sense of companionship that reaches into the deepest parts of our nervous system. We are social creatures, and in the dog, we found a partner who never leaves the conversation, even when no words are spoken. As you drift closer to the edge of sleep, imagine the oxytocin moving through you like a warm, golden liquid, soothing every nerve, calming every thought. It is a gift from nature, a reward for the thousands of years we have spent caring for one another. You are part of this beautiful, living system of support. The chemistry of love is not just about the rush of excitement, it is about the quiet, enduring glow of trust. It is the feeling of knowing that you are watched over, that you are valued, and that you are safe. Let your mind rest on this thought. Nature has designed us to find peace in the company of another soul, and the dog is the perfect mirror for that peace. They carry no baggage from yesterday, no worries about tomorrow, they are simply here, in the now, radiating a calm that we can choose to share. Your eyelids are becoming heavy, pulled down by the weight of this biological tranquility. Your thoughts are slowing down, turning into soft, blurry images of green fields and sunlit forests where dogs run free in our dreams. The world of the day, with its numbers and its noise, is dissolving, replaced by the world of the heart, with its rhythms and its warmth. You are floating on a sea of serotonin and oxytocin, moving gently toward the deep waters of rest. Every cell in your body is thanking you for this moment of stillness. Every breath is a confirmation that you are at peace. The chemistry of love has done its work for today, it has built a bridge of safety for you to cross into the land of sleep. In the next part of our journey, we will explore the harmony of hearts and the synchronized rhythms of our lives, but for now, stay in this warm, chemical embrace. Feel the quiet power of the bond, the strength of the trust, and the beauty of the love that requires no words. Breathe in the calm, breathe out the day. The molecules of peace are circulating through you, guarding your rest, just as the ancient dogs guarded the fire. You are safe, you are loved. Now, let the chemistry of sleep take over. As the invisible molecules of oxytocin continue to soothe your mind and body, we now expand our awareness to a more rhythmic miracle. This bond we share with dogs is not just a chemical reaction, it is a physical harmony that resonates through the very core of our being. Science tells us that when a human and a dog sit together in quiet companionship, their hearts begin to seek one another. Tonight, we explore the silent and synchronized dance of the heart. How two different species can begin to beat as one. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine the steady pulse of a living heart. It is the first sound we ever hear, a constant reminder of life and presence. When we are alone, our heart follows its own internal metronome, reacting to our thoughts, our movements, and our stress. But when a loyal dog enters the room and settles by our side, the air itself seems to change. A bridge is built between two nervous systems, and a beautiful process of synchronization begins. Researchers have conducted fascinating studies where they placed heart rate monitors on both dogs and their owners. They watched as the two sat together, not necessarily interacting, just being in each other's space. Within minutes, something extraordinary happened. As the human began to relax and breathe more deeply, their heart rate began to slow down. And almost like an echo, the dog's heart rate began to shift to match the human's rhythm. Their hearts were no longer beating in isolation, they were finding a shared tempo, mutual frequency of peace. This synchronization is nature's way of saying, I am with you. It is a profound form of empathy that exists below the level of conscious thought. Dogs are incredibly sensitive to the electromagnetic field of the human heart, which is much stronger than that of the brain. They can sense our internal state before we even speak a word. When we are calm, our heart produces a coherent rhythm, and the dog naturally gravitates toward that coherence. It is as if they are tuning themselves to our station, seeking the harmony that we provide. Think of the beauty in this shared rhythm. In a world that is often loud and chaotic, the dog offers us a return to simplicity. Their heart does not worry about the future or regret the past. It simply beats in the present moment, and when we align our rhythm with theirs, we are invited into that same presence. This is why a few minutes of quiet time with a dog can feel more restorative than an hour of sleep. It is a deep, biological recalibration of our entire system. As you lie there now, feel the rhythmic pulse within your own body. Perhaps it is in your chest, or perhaps you can feel it gently in your fingertips. Imagine that somewhere nearby, a loyal companion is breathing in time with you. Each inhale you take is matched by their soft breath, each exhale releases a little more tension from the world. You are not just a solitary person in a room, you are part of a living, breathing connection that has existed for millennia. This harmony extends beyond the heart to the very way we move through life. Think of how a dog watches your every move, not out of suspicion, but out of a desire to stay in sync. When you stand, they stand, when you rest, they rest. They are masters of the follow rhythm, a testament to their deep-seated need for communal flow. In the wild, staying in sync meant survival for the pack. In our homes, it means a profound sense of security and belonging. The heart is more than just a pump, it is an organ of perception, and dogs perceive us with their hearts first. They don't care about our status, our appearance, or our mistakes, they only care about the rhythm of our spirit. When we open our hearts to them, we create a safe harbor for both ourselves and our animals. It is a sanctuary of synchronized stillness, where knowledge meets stillness. Feel the weight of your body sinking deeper into your mattress. Let the rhythm of your heart become even slower, even steadier, like the waves of a calm ocean hitting a sandy shore. There is no rush, there is only this pulse, this moment, this harmony. Imagine the thousands of nights across history where humans and dogs have slept in this shared rhythm, under the stars, in small huts, and in modern homes. This beat is a lineage of trust. It is the sound of safety. When a dog sighs in their sleep and curls closer to you, they are confirming that the rhythm is perfect, they are telling you that all is well in the world. Your mind is like a clear bell, ringing softly in time with your breath. The noise of the day has faded into the background, leaving only the pure vibration of life. You are in tune with the natural world, in tune with the ancient spirit of companionship. This is the true meaning of the bond. Not just what we do for them, or what they do for us, but how we vibrate together in the silence of the night. As you drift closer to sleep, let the image of a resting dog fill your mind. See the rise and fall of their chest, feel the warmth of their presence, and know that your own heart is finding that same level of deep, uncomplicated peace. You are learning from them how to simply be, how to exist without effort, how to love without words. The symphony of the night is playing just for you, and your heart is the lead instrument. Trust in its rhythm, trust in its strength. Everything you need is already within you, being nourished by this quiet connection. Your thoughts are becoming soft and blurry, like moonlight through a mist. They are drifting away, leaving behind a profound sense of physical and emotional balance. The synchronization is complete. Your body and your mind are now in perfect alignment with the stillness of the night. In the next part of our journey, we will explore the incredible world of a dog's senses, the 300 million receptors that allow them to smell the very passage of time, but that is a story for when you wake. For now, stay here in the heart's haven. Breathe in the harmony, breathe out the world. The beat goes on, steady and sure, guiding you through the gates of sleep. You are safe in this shared rhythm. You are at home in this heartbeat. Let the silence hold you, let the harmony heal you. Peace is the song of the heart, and you know the melody well. As the quiet and synchronized rhythm of our hearts allows our minds to grow heavy with peace, we now open a door to a magnificent secret of how dogs truly read the world. While we see the world through a lens of colors and shapes, our loyal companions experience it in layers upon layers of scent. To a dog, the nose is not just a sense, it is a time machine, a library, and a conversation all at once. Tonight, we explore the miracle of 300 million scent receptors and the unique ability to smell time itself. Listen to the deep silence behind that wet touch at the end of a nose. To understand the world of a dog, we must first realize how limited our own human senses are in comparison. Inside a human nose, there are about 6 million scent receptors. It sounds like a lot, until you realize that a dog possesses up to 300 million. This is the difference between us smelling a single drop of perfume in a small room, and a dog smelling that same drop in an area the size of 3 Olympic swimming pools. Their sense of smell is tens of thousands of times more acute than ours. In their world, every breeze is a newspaper, every footprint is a biography, and every breath is a story. Imagine walking through a forest. You see the green of the leaves and the brown of the dirt. But your dog is experiencing a vibrant, invisible landscape. They smell the dew that fell 3 hours ago, they smell the squirrel that ran across the path 10 minutes ago, and they can even smell the approaching rain long before the first cloud appears in the sky. To a dog, a scent is not just a smell, it is a 3-dimensional map of existence. The anatomy of a dog's nose is a masterpiece of biological engineering. When a dog inhales, a fold of tissue inside the nostril separates the air into 2 distinct paths, one for breathing and one specifically for smelling. This allows them to process scents continuously, even as they exhale. While we have to stop smelling to take a breath, a dog can keep the conversation going without interruption. Their nostrils can even move independently, allowing them to determine the exact direction a scent is coming from. Like a high-definition radar for the soul. But the miracle goes even deeper. Dogs have a specialized organ called the vomeronasal organ, located just above the roof of the mouth. This organ allows them to taste certain chemical signals, specifically those related to emotions and social bonds. They can smell your happiness, they can smell your sadness, they can even smell the chemical shifts in your body before you are even aware of them. This is why a dog knows to come and sit by your side when you are feeling overwhelmed. They aren't just guessing, they are reading your internal chemistry like an open book. Think of the way a dog waits at the door before you even arrive home. Some scientists believe they can smell the passage of time. As you leave in the morning, your scent is strong in the house. As the day goes on, that scent slowly fades and dissipates. Your dog may have learned that when your scent reaches a certain level of lightness, it is almost time for you to return. They are measuring the hours through the fading molecules of your presence. As you lie here now, take a deep breath in. Feel the cool air entering your nose and filling your lungs. While you may not perceive the hundreds of stories carried in that air, let yourself find peace in the fact that your dog perceives them for you. They are your scouts in the invisible world, guardians of a reality we can only imagine. The world of scent is a world of total honesty. A scent cannot lie. It tells the truth about where someone has been, what they have eaten, and how they feel. This is why dogs are so grounded in the present moment. They are constantly receiving a stream of truthful information from the environment. They don't worry about illusions because they can smell the reality beneath the surface. Let your own mind become as focused as a dog's nose, not on the worries of the day, but on the simple, pure sensation of being alive. Every scent you might imagine, the smell of rain on dry earth, the scent of lavender in a garden, the warm smell of a sleeping puppy, is a gateway to relaxation. Let these imagined scents drift through your zen, calming your nerves and slowing your pulse. Imagine a dog sniffing the air during a calm evening walk. Watch their ears twitch and their nose wiggle with curiosity. There is no urgency in their movements, only a deep, meditative interest in the world. They are not rushing to the next thing, they are fully immersed in the now of a scent. You can do the same with your rest tonight. You don't need to rush towards sleep, just be fully present in the comfort of your bed. The 300 million receptors are now quiet. The world of scent is becoming soft as the night air cools. Even for a dog, the night is a time when the invisible stories of the day begin to settle into the ground. The library of the wind is closing its books for a few hours. Your body is feeling lighter, as if you are becoming a part of the breeze itself, drifting over fields and through quiet streets, moving with the ease of a scent molecule through the dark. There is a vastness in this stillness, a sense of being connected to everything without having to do anything. The dog knows that even when the smells fade, the bond remains. They don't need to keep sniffing to know you are there, they trust in the memory of the scent, and you can trust in the memory of this peace. It is stored deep within you, ready to be accessed whenever you need it. The receptors of your mind are now opening to the world of dreams. A place where colors, sounds, and scents blend into a beautiful, abstract landscape. In that world, you can run through the long grass alongside your ancient friends, breathing in the infinite possibilities of the imagination. As the light of the day stays far away, let the darkness be your sanctuary, a place where you are protected by the keen senses of those who love you. They are watching, they are listening, and they are breathing in the peace of this shared night. Breathe in the tranquility, breathe out the noise. The story of the nose is a story of deep awareness, and now, your awareness is turning into a gentle, restorative slumber. In the next part of our journey, we will listen to the silent symphony of canine hearing, the miracle of the ears that can hear the pulse of the earth, but for now, let the world of scent guide you into the deep. Sleep is the ultimate stillness, and you are almost there. Every breath is a scent of home. Rest now, deep and true. The 300 million secrets of the night are keeping you safe. As the invisible stories told by scent molecules begin to fade into the soft mist of your mind, we now turn our attention to the ears, to the delicate and powerful instruments that capture the vibrations of the world. Even in the moments that feel like absolute silence to us, there is a hidden symphony playing for the dog. Their ears are like sensitive antennae, tuned to frequencies that exist far beyond the reach of human perception. Tonight, we dive into the world of ultrasonic whispers and the miracle of canine hearing. To understand the depth of their hearing, we must first imagine the world as a layered map of sound. While a human ear is a remarkable tool, it is limited by its physical structure. We hear the world in a specific range, but for a dog, that range extends into the high-pitched world of the ultrasonic. They can hear the tiny, high-frequency rustle of a mouse moving through tall grass 100 yards away, they can hear the subtle hum of electricity behind a wall, and they can hear the distant rumble of a storm long before the wind even begins to shift. The anatomy of a dog's ear is a wonder of biological design. Unlike our ears, which are mostly stationary, a dog's ears are powered by more than 18 specialized muscles. These muscles allow them to tilt, rotate, and raise their ears independently of one another, like two radar dishes scanning the horizon for the slightest vibration. This ability allows them to pinpoint the exact location of a sound with incredible precision. They can tell not just that a sound happened, but exactly how far away it was and from which direction it traveled. Think of the way a dog's ears twitch while they are seemingly asleep. Even in their rest, they are keeping watch over the acoustic landscape. They are processing the rhythm of the house, the familiar creak of a floorboard, the steady hum of the refrigerator, and most importantly, the sound of your breath. To a dog, your breathing is a melody of safety. They can hear the slight shift in your lungs as you drift into a deeper state of relaxation, and that sound tells them that they, too, can lower their guard. Dogs can hear sounds that are 4 times farther away than what we can perceive. Imagine standing in a quiet field. To you, the world is still, but to your dog, the world is alive with information. They can hear the beating wings of a bird in a distant tree, they can hear the underground movement of small creatures, and they can even hear the ultrasonic sounds produced by certain plants and insects. They live in a world of constant, subtle music. A silent symphony that we can only imagine. This sensitivity to sound is why dogs are so attuned to our emotions. They don't just listen to the words we say, they listen to the vibrations of our voices. They can hear the tension in a vocal cord before a person even speaks an angry word, they can hear the soft, melodic lift in a voice that signals happiness. Their ears are gateways to our hearts, allowing them to sense our internal state through the acoustics of our being. As you lie here now, let your own ears become soft and receptive. You don't need to listen for threats or tasks, you only need to listen to the stillness. Within that stillness, there is a profound peace. It is the same peace that a dog feels when they know that every sound in their environment is familiar and safe. Imagine the world from the perspective of a dog's ears, a world where every rustle of a leaf is a crisp, clear note, where the wind carries the soft whistle of the mountains and the deep hum of the valley. There is a richness in this auditory world that makes the dog feel deeply connected to the earth. They are never truly alone, because the world is always talking to them in the language of vibration. The shape of a dog's ear also plays a role in how they perceive the night. Whether they have the long, velvety ears of a hound or the sharp, upright ears of a shepherd, each shape is designed to capture and funnel sound in a unique way. The floppy ears of some breeds help to stir up scents from the ground, while upright ears act like amplifiers for the sounds of the sky. It is a beautiful example of how form follows function in the natural world. Let your zen drift to the sound of a distant rain, or the rhythmic ticking of a clock in another room. These sounds are like anchors, keeping you grounded in the present moment. As you focus on these gentle rhythms, your nervous system begins to harmonize with the environment, just as a dog's pulse slows down when they hear the calm, steady sounds of a peaceful home. The night is not truly silent, it is just a different kind of song. It is the song of the crickets, the sigh of the trees, and the low-frequency vibrations of the earth itself. Dogs hear this song and find comfort in its consistency. They know that the night has its own rules and its own protection. Your body is feeling heavy now, as if the sounds of the world are gently pressing you down into your bed. Each sound you hear is a signal to let go, a signal that the day is over and the time for rest has arrived. The symphony of the day has reached its finale, and the quiet movement of the night has begun. Imagine a dog resting their head on their paws, their ears occasionally flickering as they dream. They are navigating a world of sounds in their sleep, perhaps hearing the echoes of a chase or the voice of a friend. You can join them in this world of gentle echoes, where every sound is soft, every vibration is kind, and every frequency is tuned to your well-being. The ears of your mind are now closing to the outside world, turning inward to the quiet hum of your own existence. There is a great silence within you, a place where no noise can reach. This is your inner sanctuary, where knowledge meets stillness. Every breath you take is a soft note in the lullaby of the night. Every heartbeat is a steady drum keeping time with the universe. You are in perfect harmony with the stillness. The miracle of hearing has shown us that the world is much bigger and more complex than we realize, but it has also shown us that we are always being watched over by senses sharper than our own. You can rest deeply, knowing that the ancient guardians are listening to the night for you. In the next part of our journey, we will explore the visual world of the dog, the shades of blue and yellow that paint their reality, but that is a vision for another time. For now, let the Silent Symphony carry you away. Your awareness is dissolving into a sea of soft, white noise, like the sound of a distant waterfall or the wind through a pine forest. Rest in the quiet, find peace in the pulse. The night is whispering its secrets to those who know how to listen, and you are listening with your heart. Sleep well in the melody of the stillness. Everything is quiet, everything is calm. The symphony has ended, and the rest begins. As the silent symphony of sounds fades into the background of your consciousness, we now open our inner eyes to the visual world of the dog. For a long time, there was a myth that dogs lived in a world of black and white, a world devoid of the vibrant colors we cherish. But science has revealed a reality that is much more beautiful and serene. They do not see a colorless world, but rather a world painted in a soft, pastel palette. A watercolor masterpiece composed of deep blues and warm yellows. Tonight, we explore how dogs see the world and find peace in their tranquil visual reality. To understand a dog's vision, we must look at the tiny cells within their eyes called cones. In the human eye, most of us have 3 types of cones, allowing us to see a full spectrum of reds, greens, and blues. But a dog is what scientists call a dichromat. They possess only 2 types of cones. This means their world is filtered through a different lens. For a dog, the vibrant red of a rose or the bright orange of a sunset does not exist in the way it does for us. Instead, those colors shift into a spectrum of soft grays, browns, and muted yellows, while the blues of the sky and the water remain vivid and clear. Imagine walking through a meadow with your loyal companion. You see the bright red poppies and the deep green grass. But your dog sees a landscape of golden yellow flowers and soft, grayish-blue blades of grass. This is not a loss of beauty, but a simplification of it. Their world is free from the visual noise of clashing colors. It is a more harmonious, balanced environment where the focus is not on the intensity of the hue, but on the movement and the shape. There is a profound stillness in a world that is painted in such gentle tones. Dogs are also much better at seeing in the dark than we are. Behind their retina, they have a remarkable structure called the tapetum lucidum. This is a mirror-like layer that reflects light back through the retina, giving the light-sensitive cells a second chance to capture it. This is why a dog's eyes seem to glow with an eerie, green or yellow light when caught in a flash or a headlight. To a dog, the deep shadows of the night are not a wall of darkness. They are a world of soft, silver light. They can see clearly in light that is 5 times dimmer than what we require. They are the true guardians of the dusk and the dawn. While their world might be a bit blurrier than ours, dogs typically have about 20/75 vision. They are far superior at detecting motion. Their eyes are designed to catch the slightest flicker of a leaf or the subtle movement of a distant animal. This is a legacy of their hunting ancestors, where seeing the movement was far more important than seeing the fine detail of a flower. In the quiet of the night, this sensitivity to motion makes them feel deeply connected to the life around them, even when that life is just a shadow passing through the trees. Think of the way a dog looks at you. They may not see the exact color of your eyes or the fine lines on your face as clearly as another human would. But they see the movement of your soul. They see the tilt of your head, the relaxation of your shoulders, and the soft shift in your posture. They are reading a visual language of emotion that transcends the need for bright colors or sharp focus. In their gaze, there is a soft focus that feels like an embrace. As you lie here now, let your own visual world begin to soften. Imagine the bright, harsh lights of the day fading away, replaced by a gentle, blue-gray mist. In this mist, there are no sharp edges and no demanding colors, only the soothing glow of the moonlight and the warm, golden shadows of a candle. Your zen is becoming a sanctuary of pastel peace. Nature has a reason for everything. The dog's vision is perfectly tuned to their needs. They don't need to distinguish between a red apple and a green one, but they do need to see the world at twilight. And they do need to see the subtle movements of their pack. There is a lesson in this for us. We don't always need to see every detail or experience every intensity to find the truth of a moment. Sometimes, a softer, simpler view is exactly what we need to find our way back to ourselves. Visualize a dog sitting on a porch at sunset. The sky is turning a deep, royal blue, and the stars are just beginning to peek through the veil of the atmosphere. To the dog, this is the most beautiful time of day. The world is cooling down, the colors are settling into their nighttime robes, and the movement of the night creatures is just beginning. They sit in total presence, absorbing the visual poetry of the world without the need to name or categorize it. Your eyelids are feeling heavier now, as if they are being pulled down by the soft weight of a blue velvet curtain. The images in your mind are becoming more abstract, more like the watercolor world of the dog. Shapes are merging into one another, creating a landscape of comfort and security. You are no longer looking for anything, you are simply allowing the darkness to hold you. Think of the tapetum lucidum in your own imagination, a mirror that reflects only the good, the calm, and the peaceful thoughts back to you. Let the light of your memories be reflected and amplified until your entire inner world is glowing with a soft, protective light. You are safe in this vision, you are protected in this light. The world of the dog is a world of focus. When they look at a friend, that friend is the center of their universe. Everything else in the periphery fades into a beautiful blur. Tonight, let your rest be your only focus. Let the worries of tomorrow and the regrets of yesterday blur into insignificance. All that matters is the rhythm of your breath and the softness of your bed. The blue and yellow tones of the day are now turning into the deep indigo of the night. Even for a dog, the time for seeing is coming to an end, and the time for dreaming is beginning. Their eyes will soon be closed, but their inner vision will be filled with the images of the things they love. Running through fields, chasing the wind, and resting at your feet. You are invited into that same dreamscape, a place where you can see with your heart instead of your eyes, a place where the colors are even more beautiful because they are made of feelings instead of light. Breathe in the soft blue of the night sky, breathe out the gray shadows of the day. Your body is sinking into a state of total visual relaxation. The optic nerves are resting, the brain is slowing its processing, and the spirit is preparing for the long voyage through the night. The miracle of sight has shown us that there are many ways to experience the beauty of the earth, but the most profound way is to see it with the eyes of a friend, in a world of blue, yellow, and unconditional love. Rest in the pastel glow of the night. Everything is becoming soft, everything is becoming still. The vision is complete, and the sleep is deep. Your journey for this hour is over. In the next part of our exploration, we will decode the secret language of the tail wag, but for now, let the colors of the night guide you home. Sleep well in the shades of peace. As the peaceful pastel colors of the visual world fade into a deep and comforting darkness, we turn our attention to the most famous, yet often misunderstood, form of communication in the animal kingdom, the rhythmic movement of a dog's tail. To many, a wagging tail is simply a sign of a happy dog, but in the quiet depth of nature, it is a complex emotional barometer, a silent language of intention and a window into the very soul of the animal. Tonight, we explore the secret codes of the tail wag, and the profound biological meanings behind every beat of this loyal rhythm. Think of a dog's tail not just as an appendage, but as an extension of their spine and their spirit. It is a tool for balance, a brush for spreading scent, and most importantly, a sophisticated social signal. When a dog wags their tail, they are not just moving a part of their body, they are broadcasting their internal state to the world. And fascinating new research has shown us that the direction of that wag tells a very specific story about what is happening inside their brain. Modern science has discovered a beautiful asymmetry in the way dogs feel. When a dog feels positive emotions, like the joy of seeing their favorite human or the excitement of a walk, their brain's left hemisphere is activated. Because the left side of the brain controls the right side of the body, this positive energy causes the tail to wag more toward the right. A rightward wag is a signature of true comfort, trust, and love. It is a biological, yes, to the world, a sign that the heart is open and the spirit is at peace. Conversely, when a dog feels a sense of caution, anxiety, or uncertainty, the right hemisphere of the brain takes the lead. This results in a tail that wags more toward the left. To the untrained human eye, it might look the same, but to another dog, a leftward wag is a signal to move slowly and with care. It is an honest display of vulnerability, reminder that even the bravest guardians have moments of doubt. This level of emotional honesty is one of the many reasons we feel so connected to them. They cannot hide who they are. The height and speed of the wag also play a vital role in this silent symphony. A high, stiff wag can be a sign of high energy or alertness, while a low, sweeping wag is often a sign of submission and deep respect. And then there is the helicopter wag, the circular, full-body motion that usually accompanies the sight of someone truly beloved. In that moment, the entire being of the dog is vibrating with a joy that cannot be contained. It is a celebration of the present moment, a rhythmic dance of pure belonging. As you lie here now, imagine the gentle rhythm of a tail wagging softly against a rug or a wooden floor, thump, thump, thump. It is a sound of absolute security. It is the sound of a living being telling you that they are content simply to be in your presence. Let that rhythm enter your own body, feel your pulse slowing down to match that steady, loyal beat. There is no urgency in this movement, only a profound sense of here and now. The tail is also a primary tool for spreading the dog's unique scent, their personal signature that we explored in the world of 300 million receptors. As the tail moves, it acts as a fan, pushing the molecules of their identity through the air. It is as if they are literally sharing their essence with the space around them, saying, "This is me, and I am part of this home." When a dog stops wagging and tucks their tail, they are trying to go unnoticed, to protect their scent and their spirit. But tonight, in the safety of your rest, all tails are relaxed, all guards are down. Think of the honesty of this communication. Dogs do not use their language to deceive or to manipulate, they use it to connect. Their bodies are a direct reflection of their minds, and their minds are focused entirely on the bond they share with you. This transparency is a gift. It allows us to drop our own masks and be just as honest in return. Visualize a dog dreaming, their paws twitching and their tail giving a tiny, occasional wag in their sleep. Even in the world of dreams, they are communicating, perhaps greeting an old friend or finding a long-lost toy. They carry their social nature deep into their subconscious, and you can do the same. Let your own spirit be open and honest as you prepare for sleep. Release the tension of having to be someone for the world, and just be yourself, in the quiet. The world of words can be so loud and confusing. We often say things we don't mean, or hide the things we do, but the language of the tail is pure. It is a physical manifestation of the heart's rhythm. As you drift closer to the edge of sleep, imagine all the worries of your day being brushed away by the gentle sweep of a tail, back and forth, clearing a path for your dreams. Your body is feeling heavy and warm, like a dog curled up by a dying fire. You are sinking into the comfort of your surroundings. The rhythm of the day has slowed down to a crawl, and now, it is almost standing still. You are in the heart of the stillness, where knowledge meets stillness. Every muscle in your legs and back is releasing its hold, just as the muscles that power a dog's tail eventually come to rest at the end of a long day. The movement has stopped, but the feeling of the wag remains, a lingering sensation of being welcomed and loved. You are safe in the silence, you are protected by the honesty of this ancient friendship. The secrets of the tale have shown us that love is not just a feeling, but a rhythm, a physical act of being in sync with another life. As the night grows deeper, let your mind become as quiet as a resting hound. No more signals need to be sent, no more messages need to be received. The communication for today is over, and the connection is stronger than ever. Breathe in the rhythm of trust, breathe out the noise of the world. The secret language of the tale has led you to this moment of total tranquility, where you can finally let go of everything and trust in the dark. The night is a loyal companion, standing watch while you travel through your dreams. In the next part of our journey, we will explore the sixth sense, how dogs perceive things we cannot even name, but that is a mystery for another hour. For now, stay in the rhythm of the rest. Your awareness is fading like the last thump of a tail against a soft blanket, moving into a place of absolute peace. Rest now, deep and true. The rhythm of the heart is the only language you need. Sleep is coming, and it is a welcome friend. Everything is in balance, everything is quiet. Good night to the day, and welcome to the dream. As the rhythmic language of the tail wag settles into the quiet corners of your mind, we now step beyond the boundaries of the five senses, into a realm where science and mystery intertwine. You may have noticed how a dog becomes restless before a storm arrives, or how they seem to sense a friend's sadness before a single tear is shed. This is not merely a coincidence, but the profound power of intuition that nature has bestowed upon them. Tonight, we explore the mysterious sixth sense of dogs and how they perceive the truths hidden behind the visible world. Listen to the whispers of the soul. To understand this sixth sense, we must look at the invisible forces that surround us every day, forces that we as humans have largely forgotten how to feel. One of these is the Earth's magnetic field. Scientists have discovered that dogs possess a biological compass within their bodies, a sensitivity to the magnetic poles of our planet. It has been observed that when dogs are in a relaxed and familiar environment, they often prefer to align their bodies along a north-south axis when they rest or perform certain tasks. This suggests they are constantly tuned into the very pulse of the Earth. They are connected to the planetary rhythm in a way that provides them with a constant sense of orientation and belonging. But their intuition goes much deeper than magnetism. Dogs are incredibly sensitive to changes in barometric pressure and static electricity in the air. Long before we hear the first rumble of thunder or see the flash of lightning, a dog can feel the atmosphere shifting. They sense the dropping pressure in their inner ears and the electrical charge building in the clouds. To them, a storm is not a sudden event, but a slow and predictable change in the environment. This sensitivity allowed their ancestors to find shelter long before the rain began to fall, and it allows modern dogs to offer us a silent warning that the weather is turning. Even more remarkable is their ability to sense the subtle vibrations of the earth itself. Dogs can detect the infrasonic sounds of tectonic plates grinding together miles beneath the surface, sounds that are far below the range of human hearing. This is why there are so many stories of dogs becoming agitated or seeking high ground minutes before an earthquake occurs. They are listening to the very bones of the world, hearing a language of warning that we have lost the ability to understand. In the realm of human emotion, the dog's sixth sense becomes a miracle of empathy. They are like living mirrors, reflecting the internal state of those they love. A dog does not just see your face. They read your magnetic field, your heart rate, and the microvibrations of your skin. If you are anxious, even if you are trying to act calm, your dog knows. They can sense the chemical shift in your sweat and the subtle change in the rhythm of your breathing. When a dog walks over and rests their head on your lap, they are often trying to ground you, to act as a lightning rod for your inner storms. They are offering their own steady, ancient peace to help balance your troubled heart. This intuitive bond is so strong that it often seems to transcend distance. Many owners report that their dogs know the exact moment a family member decides to head home, even if they are miles away. While some scientists look for logical explanations in routines and patterns, others wonder if there is a deeper, quantum connection between species that have spent 40,000 years in each other's company, a shared consciousness that allows for a silent call and answer across the miles. As you lie here now, feel this intuitive peace surrounding you. Imagine that your own sixth sense is beginning to open. Not to detect danger, but to detect the absolute safety of the night. You are surrounded by a field of tranquility, protected by the same natural forces that guide the dog. There is a vast intelligence in the universe, and tonight, you are in perfect alignment with it. Nature does not make mistakes. Every sense a dog possesses is a tool for connection and survival, and their intuition is perhaps their greatest gift to us. They remind us that there is more to the world than what we can see or touch. They teach us to listen to our instincts, to trust our gut feelings, and to remain connected to the earth. In their quiet presence, we find a bridge back to our own natural selves. Think of a dog standing perfectly still on a hilltop, their nose in the air and their gaze fixed on the horizon. They are absorbing the invisible data of the world. The sense of the past, the sounds of the present, and the whispers of the future. There is no fear in their stance, only a profound curiosity and a deep trust in the flow of life. You can adopt this same trust tonight. Trust that the night knows how to take care of you, trust that your body knows how to heal, and trust that your spirit knows how to find the way to your dreams. Your eyelids are so heavy now, closing like the petals of a flower at dusk. Your thoughts are slowing down, moving from the sharp logic of the day into the intuitive flow of the night. You are no longer trying to solve problems or understand the world, you are simply experiencing the miracle of existence, floating on a sea of calm energy. Imagine the magnetic lines of the earth as soft, golden threads weaving through your room, wrapping you in a cocoon of planetary protection. You are part of the great tapestry of life. Connected to the trees, the stars, and the ancient companions who watch over us. Everything is in its right place, and you are right where you belong. The dog's sixth sense is a gift of awareness, and tonight, your awareness is turning into a gentle, restorative sleep. The world outside is quiet, the hidden forces of nature are at rest, and you are safe in the arms of the stillness. Where knowledge meets stillness. Breathe in the mystery. Breathe out the certainty. Let the intuition of the night guide you through the darkness. You don't need a map, your heart knows the way. Follow the silent pull of the stars. The journey of the senses has led us to the threshold of the unknown, and the unknown is beautiful. It is the place where dreams are born and where the soul finds its wings. In the next part of our journey, we will explore the dream world of dogs, what they see when they sleep. But that is a vision for the deep night. For now, just drift. Your body is sinking, your mind is expanding. The six senses are now quiet, leaving only the pure light of the spirit. Rest now, deep and true. The earth is holding you, the stars are watching you. And the ancient bond is guarding your dreams. Sleep in the wisdom of the stillness. As the protective energy of the sixth sense wraps around your mind like a soft and heavy blanket, we now cross the threshold into the place where the physical world completely falls silent, the realm of dreams. You have likely watched a dog in their deepest slumber, seen their paws twitch as if they were chasing a phantom across a sunlit field, heard the muffled, puffing barks that escape their throat while their eyes move rapidly beneath closed lids. In those moments, they are no longer in this room, they are wandering through the vast and vibrant gardens of their own subconscious. Tonight, we explore the dream cycles of dogs, the depths of REM sleep, and the memories they relive in the quiet of the night. Surrender yourself to the soft waves of the dream. Scientific research has proven that the brain waves of dogs during sleep are strikingly similar to those of humans. They experience the same structural stages of rest that we do, moving from a light, drifting sleep into the profound depths of the rapid eye movement stage, or REM. It is during this stage, which usually begins about 20 minutes after a dog falls asleep, that the magic happens. Their breathing becomes irregular and shallow, their muscles flicker with involuntary electricity, and their minds begin to weave a tapestry of lived experiences. While we dream in stories and symbols, a dog's dream is likely much more sensory, a kaleidoscope of scents, sounds, and familiar touches. Imagine the dream world of a dog. It is a place where the scent of a tennis ball is as vivid as the object itself, where the sound of a rustling bag of treats echoes like a cheerful bell through the halls of their memory. They are likely reliving the highlights of their day, or perhaps even their life. They might be running through the long grass of a park they visited years ago, feeling the wind against their fur and the cool earth beneath their paws. Or perhaps they are simply walking alongside their favorite human, feeling the warmth of a hand on their head and the steady rhythm of a familiar stride. Their dreams are a reflection of their loyalty, a subconscious continuation of the bond they share with us. There is a beautiful biological mechanism called the pons that exists in the brainstem of both dogs and humans. Its job is to paralyze the large muscles during sleep so that we do not physically act out our dreams. But in dogs, especially in puppies and older dogs, this switch is sometimes less restrictive. This is why we see the dream running and the dream barking. It is a glimpse into their internal cinema. A tiny leak from the world of imagination into the world of reality. When you see those paws moving, you are witnessing a soul in motion, a spirit that is free from the limitations of the physical body, searching for joy in the landscape of the mind. Do dogs have nightmares, just as we do? Perhaps they relive a moment of fear or a loud noise that startled them during the day. But even in those moments, their biology is designed to process and release that stress. The dream is a cleansing fire for the nervous system, a way for the brain to organize information and decide what is important enough to keep. And what is most important to a dog is always the connection, the safety of the pack, and the love of the family. Most of their dreams are likely rooted in these positive, grounding forces. As you lie here now, let your own dreams begin to take shape in the periphery of your zen. Don't try to force them or direct them, just let them float toward you like clouds on a calm afternoon. Like a dog, you can trust your subconscious to take you exactly where you need to go. You don't need to be in control of the night knows how to guide you. Feel the heaviness in your limbs, a mirror to the deep muscular relaxation of a sleeping hound. You are becoming one with the stillness of the room. Think of the smells that might populate a dog's dream, the scent of wet pine needles, the aroma of a home-cooked meal, the unmistakable, comforting scent of your own skin. To a dog, these are the colors of their imagination. They navigate their dreams with their noses as much as their eyes. Imagine yourself surrounded by these comforting, familiar aromas. Let them soothe your senses and draw you deeper into the velvet dark. You are drifting in a sea of sensory peace. The dream world is a sacred space where time does not exist. In a dream, a puppy can be old and an old dog can be a puppy again. All the physical pains and the weariness of the day dissolve in the light of the dream. It is a place of infinite energy and unconditional play. You, too, are entering a space where the burdens of your age and your responsibilities have no weight. In your dreams tonight, you are as light as a feather, as free as a dog chasing the horizon. Visualize a golden retriever resting in a sunbeam, their body rising and falling with a slow, perfect rhythm. They are the masters of the power nap and the deep sleep alike. They know that rest is not a luxury, but a necessity for the soul. As you watch this imagined dog, let your own breathing find that same natural cadence, slow, deep, effortless. With every breath, you are sinking another inch into the mattress. With every exhale, you are letting go of a thought that no longer serves you. The house is quiet now, the world outside is wrapped in shadows, and the only thing that matters is the soft pulse of life in this room. You are part of an ancient tradition of sleepers. Humans and animals side by side, finding sanctuary in the dark. The dream world is the ultimate equalizer. There, we speak the same language of feelings and memories. Where knowledge meets stillness. Your zen is like a vast, quiet theater, and the curtain is slowly rising on your dreams. The images are soft-focused and gentle. Perhaps you see a path through a forest, or a quiet beach at dawn. There is no one there to demand anything from you. There are no clocks and no phones, there is only the vast, healing presence of the silence. Trust in the wisdom of your sleep, just as a dog trusts that they will wake up in a world where they are loved. You are entering the most restorative part of your night, the time when your cells repair themselves, your memories are filed away, and your spirit is refreshed. You are in the safest possible place. The paws of your thoughts have stopped twitching. The dream barks of your worries have become silent. Everything is settling into a state of profound equilibrium. You are floating on the surface of a deep, dark lake of sleep, and you are ready to sink into its cool, clear waters. Breathe in the tranquility of the dream, breathe out the weight of the world. The story of the dream is a story of freedom, and tonight, you are free to wander wherever your heart desires. The loyal companions of the spirit are walking with you, guarding every step and every thought. In the next part of our journey, we will explore the healing touch, how the simple act of presence can mend a broken heart, but that is a lesson for the morning of the soul. For now, let the dreams take you home. Your awareness is a tiny light, flickering and then fading into the vastness of the night. Rest in the landscape of the mind. Find peace in the memory of love. Sleep is the bridge to tomorrow, and you are already halfway across. Good night to the waking world, and welcome to the dream. Everything is soft, everything is still. The dream has begun. As the images of dreams and the abstract world of the subconscious settle into a quiet pool of thought, we return to the most tangible miracle of our connection with dogs, the power of physical presence. In a world that often feels disconnected and digital, the touch of a loyal companion is a grounding force like no other. It is a form of medicine that requires no prescription and no words. A silent frequency that mends the fractures in our spirits through the simple act of being there. Tonight, we explore the healing touch, the biological and spiritual reality of the medicine of presence, prepare to feel the most touchable form of love. Scientific research has long confirmed what dog owners have known for centuries, that the mere presence of a dog can fundamentally alter our internal chemistry. When you reach out and place your hand on a dog's soft coat, a cascade of neurological events begins almost instantly. Within minutes of petting a dog, levels of the stress hormone cortisol begin to drop significantly in the human body. Cortisol is the chemical of fight or flight, the messenger of anxiety and alertness, and in the presence of a dog, its voice is hushed. It is replaced by the soothing flow of oxytocin and dopamine, the chemicals of bonding and reward. This is not just a psychological trick, it is a profound physiological recalibration of the nervous system. Think of the texture of a dog's fur beneath your fingers. Whether it is the sleek, short coat of a hound or the thick, woolly curls of a retriever, the sensation is a bridge to the natural world. Our skin is our largest sensory organ, and it is designed to seek out comfort and safety. When we touch a dog, our brains receive a signal that says, "You are not alone, and you are safe." This signal is so powerful that it can slow a racing heart and lower blood pressure in people of all ages. Dogs are living anchors that pull us back from the turbulent seas of our thoughts and into the quiet harbor of the present moment. But the healing touch is not just about our hands on them, it is also about their presence on us. Think of the weight of a dog's head resting on your knee, or the feeling of a paw placed gently on your arm when you are feeling low. This is a form of emotional support that transcends human language. A dog does not need to ask you what is wrong or offer advice that you didn't ask for, they simply offer their weight, their warmth, and their unwavering attention. They are masters of holding space. A term used in therapy to describe being present with someone without judgment. To a dog, your sadness is not a problem to be solved, but a moment to be shared. As you lie here now, imagine that a loyal friend is curled up at the foot of your bed, or perhaps resting beside you. Feel the phantom warmth of their body against yours. This warmth is more than just body heat, it is a radiant energy of unconditional acceptance. In the presence of a dog, we are allowed to be vulnerable, we are allowed to be tired, we are allowed to simply exist without performing or achieving. Their presence is a permission slip for our souls to rest. Medical studies in hospitals and nursing homes have shown that therapy dogs can reduce pain perception and improve recovery times in patients. This is because the comfort they provide activates the body's natural parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode. When we are in this state, our bodies can focus on healing and repair rather than defense. Dogs are the ultimate catalysts for this state of being. They don't just make us feel better emotionally, they help our bodies function better biologically. They are nature's therapists, walking on four paws and speaking the language of the heart. Consider the silence of a dog's support. In our modern lives, we are constantly bombarded by noise. Notifications, news, and the endless chatter of our own minds. A dog offers a different kind of soundscape, the soft click of their claws on the floor, the rhythmic jingle of a collar, and the deep, contented sigh that signals they are at peace. These sounds are the background music of a healthy home. They provide a sense of continuity and stability that calms the frantic parts of our psyche. As you drift closer to sleep, let your body mimic the total relaxation of a resting dog. Have you ever noticed how a dog can go from being fully alert to completely limp and relaxed in a matter of seconds? They have an incredible ability to let go of the day. They do not carry the weights of yesterday into their sleep. You can learn this from them. Imagine every muscle in your body, from your toes to your jaw, becoming as soft and heavy as a sleeping puppy. You are releasing the tension of the world, you are trusting in the support of the ground beneath you. The healing touch is also about the eyes. When we look at a dog, and they look back at us with those soulful, amber eyes, our brains release a surge of bonding hormones. It is a gaze that says, "I see you, and I am here for you." It is a gaze that requires no masks and no pretenses. In the eyes of a dog, we are always enough. Exactly as we are, in this very moment. This recognition is the ultimate medicine for the lonely heart. Your zen is now a sanctuary of this healing energy. Imagine a golden light radiating from your chest and filling the room, a light of compassion, peace, and mutual respect. This light is the essence of the bond between humans and dogs. It is a light that has burned brightly through the coldest nights of human history. And it is burning for you now, keeping you warm and safe. The world outside may be cold or chaotic, but in this space, there is only the healing presence. The work of the day is done, the struggles are put away, and the time for restoration has arrived. You are being held in the protective field of an ancient friendship, where knowledge meets stillness. Every breath you take is drawing in this healing atmosphere. With every inhale, you are taking in peace, with every exhale, you are releasing the last remnants of the day's fatigue. Your body knows what to do, it is following the lead of the loyal companions who have taught us how to rest for thousands of years. The healing touch has prepared you for the deepest level of slumber. Your heart is steady, your mind is quiet, and your spirit is at ease. You are ready to cross the final bridge into the land of total rest. In the next part of our journey, we will look at the ancient guard, how dogs have protected our ancestors and how they continue to protect our peace today, but that is a story for the morning of the soul. For now, let the presence hold you. Your awareness is sinking into the softest part of the night, moving away from the world of form and into the world of pure, healing vibration. Rest in the warmth, find peace in the touch. The medicine of the night is working within you. Sleep now, deep and true. Everything is cared for, everything is calm. The healing is complete, and the sleep is here. Good night to the body, and welcome to the light. As the healing medicine of presence flows through every cell of your body, we now turn our gaze toward a power that has protected humanity for thousands of years, to the most ancient form of loyalty. Since the very first nights when humans gathered around a flickering fire, seeking shelter from the vast and unknown wild, dogs have been there. They were the first ones to watch the darkness when we were too afraid to close our eyes. The first sentinels to prick their ears at the slightest snap of a twig in the shadows. Tonight, we explore the story of the ancient guard, and how their protective spirit, woven into their very DNA, continues to watch over your peace today. To understand the guardian nature of the dog, we must travel back to the dawn of our shared history. Imagine a small group of ancestors huddled together in the mouth of a cave or under a canopy of stars. The night was not just a time for rest, it was a time of vulnerability. Predators roamed the edges of the light, and the silence was filled with hidden dangers. But then, a partnership began. The wolves that chose to walk alongside humans brought with them a sense of hearing and smell that we lacked. In exchange for the warmth of the fire and the remains of a meal, they offered their vigilance. They became the first biological alarm system. A living wall between the human family and the mysteries of the dark. This relationship changed the course of human evolution. Because we had dogs to watch the night, our brains were finally allowed to enter deeper, more restorative stages of sleep. We no longer had to remain in a state of constant, low-level alertness. We could let go, knowing that if something approached, a loyal voice would sound the warning. This inherited sense of security is still present in your subconscious today. When a dog is nearby, your brain receives a primal signal that the perimeter is secure, that you are not alone in the face of the unknown. It is a biological sigh of relief that has echoed through 40,000 years of history. From the mouths of ancient caves to the doorways of modern homes, the mission of the dog has remained unchanged, to ensure safety. Even as they lie curled in a ball on a soft rug, their brains remain partially tuned to the rhythms of the environment. They process the sounds of the street, the wind against the window, and the footsteps in the hall with a precision we can barely imagine. They are filtering the world for us, distinguishing between the normal sounds of the night and the ones that require attention. This allows you to drift further into the silence, trusting that their keen senses are doing the work for you. Think of the way a dog chooses their sleeping spot. Often, they will position themselves near a door, at the foot of the bed, or in a place where they can see the entrance to the room. This is not a random choice, it is the instinct of the guard. They are placing their bodies between you and the outside world. A physical manifestation of their commitment to your well-being. They are the silent warriors of the household, whose only weapon is their unwavering attention and their absolute devotion. As you lie here now, visualize this invisible shield of protection surrounding your home. Imagine that the ancient guardians of history are standing watch at the four corners of your rest. Their eyes are calm, their spirits are steady, and their loyalty is absolute. Nothing can disturb the sanctuary of your sleep. You are wrapped in a mantle of safety that has been perfected over countless generations. Every shadow is accounted for, and every sound is understood. The guardian spirit is not just about physical protection, it is about the protection of your peace. In our modern world, the predators we face are often internal, worries about work, anxieties about the future, or the weight of past mistakes. But the dog sees these as threats to your harmony, and they work to dispel them through their steady presence. Their calm breathing acts as a metronome for your own, pulling you back from the edges of stress and into the center of tranquility. They are guarding not just your body, but your mind. Where knowledge meets stillness. Consider the profound trust required for such a relationship. The dog trusts you to provide for them, and in return, you trust them with your most vulnerable moments. This mutual reliance is the foundation of the human-canine bond. It is a pact made in the flicker of prehistoric fires and renewed every time a dog settles down to watch the night. You are part of this grand, heroic tradition, you are a member of a pack that stretches back to the beginning of time. Let your body sink into the profound security of this thought. You do not need to be the watchman tonight. You do not need to listen for the things that go bump in the night. That role has been taken by a friend who is far better equipped for the task. Release the muscles in your jaw, the tension in your hands, and the tightness in your chest. You are in a fortress of loyalty, a castle of quiet. Imagine a large, noble dog sitting by a fireplace in an old stone hall. The embers are glowing a soft orange, and the shadows dance on the walls. The dog's ears are relaxed but receptive, they are the keepers of the gate. As the fire slowly fades, the dog rests their head on their paws, but their spirit remains alert. This is the image of true guardianship, power held in perfect stillness. You are that hall, and that peace is yours to claim. Your awareness is becoming as soft as the fur on a puppy's ears. Drifting away from the world of action and into the world of being. The ancient guard has declared that the night is safe. The stars are in their places, the moon is performing its slow arc across the sky, and the world is turning as it should. There is nothing left for you to do but rest. The story of the guardian is a story of relief, the relief of knowing that someone has your back, the relief of knowing that you are cherished enough to be watched over. Let this feeling of being cared for wash over you like a warm tide. It is the ultimate comfort, the ultimate lullaby. Every breath you take is a confirmation of this safety. With every inhale, you draw in the strength of the pack. With every exhale, you let go of the need to be on guard. You are becoming a part of the stillness, moving deeper into the shadows where only dreams can follow. The ancient guard is standing by. The night is theirs to watch, and the sleep is yours to enjoy. In the next part of our journey, we will explore the language of the soul, the silent communication that exists between a human and a dog without any physical contact or sound, but that is a mystery for the deep hours. For now, trust in the protection. Your light is dimming, your heart is slowing. The fortress is secure, the sentinel is ready. Rest in the sanctuary of loyalty. Sleep now, deep and true. The ancient bond is your shield. Everything is peaceful, everything is well. Good night to the guardian, and welcome to the dream. As the ancient shield of the guard wraps around your rest, making your mind grow heavy and still, we now move into the most invisible layer of connection, the language of the soul. There are moments in our lives with dogs where words are not only unnecessary, but they would feel like an intrusion. Think of the times your dog knew exactly what you were going to do before you even moved a muscle. Or the times they looked into your eyes and seemed to understand a grief or a joy that you hadn't shared with anyone else. They do not just listen to our commands, they read our intentions, our biological vibrations, and our emotional currents. Tonight, we explore the language of the soul, the silent whispers of the bond between two different species. Prepare to feel the power of invisible threads. Scientific studies have shown that dogs are more skilled at reading human gestures and gazes than any other animal on Earth, including our closest primate relatives. This is not just a learned behavior, but an evolutionary synchronization that has taken tens of thousands of years to perfect. When you look into a dog's eyes, a remarkable chemical event occurs in both your brain and there's a surge of oxytocin, often called the love hormone or the bonding molecule. This is the same biological bridge that forms between a mother and her newborn child. It is nature's way of creating a silent, unbreakable connection that transcends the need for a shared spoken language. In that gaze, there is a wordless conversation of trust, belonging, and mutual recognition. A dog's ability to read our soul is rooted in their mastery of the subtle. They are experts in the micro-expressions of the human face. The tiny shifts in the muscles around our eyes, the tension in our jaw, or the way we hold our breath. They are also tuned to our energetic frequency. If your mind is racing with the static of the day, a dog feels that chaotic energy as if it were a physical wind, and often, they will respond by simply standing near you, acting as a grounding wire to pull that excess energy away. They are not judging the storm within you. They are simply offering their own inner calm as a balance. This is the highest form of loyalty, the willingness to sit in the silence of another's struggle and offer nothing but a peaceful presence. As you lie here now, imagine this silent bridge extending between you and the natural world. You don't need to explain yourself tonight. You don't need to justify your choices or narrate your day. In the language of the soul, you are already fully understood. Feel the weight of the expectations you carry beginning to dissolve. Like a dog watching their owner with adoring eyes, the universe is watching you with a gaze of total acceptance. You are enough, simply because you exist. You are worthy of rest, simply because you are here. Consider the way a dog communicates their own soul to us. Through the lean of their body against our legs, the soft sigh as they settle into their bed, or the way they bring us a favorite toy as a gesture of peace. These are not just actions, they are sentences in a language of pure feeling. They are teaching us how to be present, how to value the now over the next. In their world, there is no past to regret and no future to fear. There is only the heartbeat of this moment, and the soul that beats alongside theirs. This silent communication is a sanctuary from the noise of the modern world. We live in an age of constant chatter, where everyone is trying to be heard, but a dog reminds us of the power of listening with the heart. They listen to the things we cannot say, they hear the silence between our words, and they respond with a loyalty that is as quiet as it is fierce. As you drift closer to sleep, let your own mind become that quiet listener. Listen to the rhythm of your own life, the steady pulse of your existence. You are coming home to the center of yourself, where knowledge meets stillness. Visualize a quiet, moonlit garden where you and a loyal hound are walking side by side. There is no sound but the soft crunch of grass beneath your feet. No one is speaking, yet the air is thick with understanding. You know exactly where they are going to turn, and they know exactly when you are going to stop. This is the dance of the soul, a perfect synchronization of two spirits moving in harmony. Let this feeling of perfect alignment wash over you, as if the entire universe is moving in step with your breath. Your eyelids are now the heaviest they have been all night. The language of the soul has no need for vision, it is felt in the heart and the gut. You are closing the windows of the physical world to open the doors of the inner world. In this inner space, the light is soft and the air is filled with the scent of ancient wisdom. You are traveling into the deep architecture of your own being. The bond between human and dog is a reminder that we are not separate from nature, we are a part of it. When we communicate with a dog through this wordless language, we are tapping into a primal, universal truth, the truth that all life is connected by the same energy, the same stardust, and the same capacity for love. Let this sense of connection expand within you, filling every corner of your room and every shadow of your mind. You are part of the great, living web of the world. Think of the language of the soul as a soft, white noise that drowns out the static of your worries. It is the hum of a mother's lullaby, the vibration of a purr, or the steady breath of a sleeping dog. It is the sound of the universe saying, "I am here." And you are answering back with the same quiet certainty. You are safe, you are seen, you are loved. Your body is sinking into the mattress as if it were a cloud. The gravity of the night is pulling you toward the center of your dreams. The silent communication has done its work, it has quieted the chatter and opened the path for total restoration. There are no more questions to answer tonight, no more puzzles to solve. Breathe in the silence of the bond, breathe out the noise of the ego. The story of the soul is a story of coming home, and tonight, your home is this stillness. The ancient companions are curled up in the corners of your subconscious, keeping the fire of your spirit burning bright while you rest. They are the keepers of the gate, and they have welcomed you in. In the final part of our journey, we will arrive at the infinite bond. The legacy of this friendship and the eternal rest it provides, but that is a destination for the deepest part of the night. For now, just listen to the silence. Your awareness is a fading echo, moving further and further away from the waking world. Rest in the wordless truth, find peace in the energy of the night. The language of the soul is the only one that remains. Sleep now, deep and true. The connection is eternal. The stillness is absolute. Everything is understood, everything is calm. Good night to the soul, and welcome to the dream. As the silent whispers of the soul settle into the very marrow of your bones, we reach the final destination of our long and tranquil journey, the infinite bond. We have traveled through the world of scent, the symphony of sound, the pastel colors of vision, and the mysterious depths of intuition, but all these paths lead to a single, sacred truth, that the connection between a human and a dog is not bound by the limitations of time or space. It is an indelible signature written across the heart, a seal of peace placed upon the spirit that remains long after the physical world has faded away. Tonight, we celebrate the love that exists beyond loyalty, the eternal walk beneath the stars, and the ultimate, holy stillness of the deepest sleep. It is time to fully let go. To speak of an infinite bond is to speak of the soul's capacity for pure, uncomplicated love. In our human lives, we often struggle with the complexities of relationships, the expectations, the misunderstandings, and the conditions, but a dog's love is a clear stream in a crowded forest. It flows without effort, it asks for nothing but presence, and it remains steady through every storm. This simplicity is what makes the bond infinite, because it is made of the same primal energy that created the galaxies. It is a love that does not need to be explained or justified, it simply is, like the rising sun or the turning of the tides. Think of the dogs that have walked through your life, or the ones who walk beside you now. Each one is a chapter in the book of your soul. They have been the keepers of your secrets, the witnesses to your tears, and the celebrants of your joy. They do not judge the person you were yesterday, and they do not worry about the person you will be tomorrow. To them, you are always the sun at the center of their universe, and that reflection of yourself in their eyes is the most honest version of who you truly are. This recognition is a thread that connects your spirit to the vast, living intelligence of the natural world. It is a bond that can never be broken because it is woven into the fabric of your existence. The infinite bond is also a legacy of protection. We have spoken of the ancient guard and the guardian spirit, but this protection extends even into the realm of memory. Long after a loyal companion has left the physical plane, their influence remains. You can still feel the weight of their head on your knee in the quiet moments of the night, you can still hear the phantom jingle of their collar when the wind blows through the trees. This is because they have become a part of your internal landscape, they are the architects of your inner peace. They have taught you how to trust, how to play, and how to find beauty in the smallest things. These lessons are eternal, they are the stars that guide you through the darkest nights. As you lie here now, let this sense of infinite love expand within your chest. Imagine it as a soft, white light that is growing larger with every breath you take. This light is the sum of every wag of a tail, every cold nose touch, and every steady breath shared in the dark. It is a light that has no beginning and no end, it is the energy of the pack, the warmth of the fire, and the safety of the den. You are being carried by this light into the heart of the great silence, where knowledge meets stillness. Nature has provided us with this bond as a way to remember our own divinity. When we look at a dog, we see a creature that is perfectly content to be exactly what it is. A dog does not wish to be a wolf, and a wolf does not wish to be a man. They are masters of being, and through our bond with them, we learn to be at peace with our own nature. We learn that we don't have to do anything to be worthy of love, we only have to be. This is the ultimate wisdom, and tonight, it is the key that unlocks the door to your deepest rest. Visualize the universe as a vast, dark field under a canopy of infinite stars, and there, on the horizon, you see the silhouettes of every dog that has ever loved a human. They are the constellations of the spirit, they are watching over the world with a patience that spans eons. You are part of this celestial family. Your heartbeat is in sync with the pulse of the stars. There is a profound sense of belonging in this thought. A sense that you are never truly alone, even in the deepest silence of the night. Your body is now so relaxed that it feels as if you are merging with the air around you. The boundaries between you and the room, between you and the bed, are beginning to blur. You are no longer a person with a list of tasks and a history of worries, you are a soul coming home to the infinite. The gravity of the earth is pulling you gently into its embrace. And you are allowing yourself to fall, knowing that the landing will be soft and kind. Every muscle in your face has smoothed out into a mask of total tranquility, your jaw is loose, your forehead is clear, and your eyes are resting deep within their sockets. You are mimicking the perfect, trusting sleep of a dog who knows it is loved. You are safe, you are cherished, you are home. The bond of loyalty has brought us through the journey, but the bond of the infinite will carry you through the night. It is a bridge that leads to the land of dreams and beyond, to the place where all souls find their renewal. In that place, there is no pain, no fear, and no separation, there is only the warm, golden glow of the eternal now. Think of the infinite bond as a lullaby that never ends. It is the hum of the universe, the whisper of the trees, and the soft, steady rhythm of a sleeping friend. It is a song that tells you that everything is exactly as it should be, and that you are an essential part of the grand design. Your awareness is a single, glowing spark, drifting slowly down into a deep, dark well of peace. As you descend, the noise of the world grows fainter and fainter until it is nothing but a distant memory. You are surrounded by the cool, dark waters of sleep, and you are ready to submerge. Breathe in the infinity, breathe out the temporary. The journey of the sleepy science wonders is now complete, but the bond remains. It will be there when you wake, and it will be there while you dream. It is the one thing that never changes in an ever-changing world. The final guard is in place, the stars have taken their watch, and the silence is absolute. Rest in the heart of the bond, find peace in the memory of the light. You are free to wander the infinite fields of the mind. Sleep now, deep and true. The loyalty has led you here, the stillness will keep you here. Everything is eternal, everything is calm. Good night to the world, and welcome to the forever. The bond is unbroken. The sleep is infinite.